We're pleased to announce that the NBA season will start in less than a couple of days, and that means you're running late if you haven't set up your fantasy side yet. So get to it. Are you confused about rookie picks for your fantasy basketball side? Don't worry, we've got your back. Here are the top 10 rookies you should consider for your team. Starting with number 10, Malaki Branham, San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs are a side with an incredibly impressive younger roster, and they finally embraced their full rebuilding mode. This means that most of their younger players will have some pretty major roles to play, especially early on, and it could be to your advantage. Jeremy Sohan, Blake Wesley, and Malaki Branham were their first-round picks from this year's draft, and we're pretty sure they'll be earning significant minutes on the court. Why are the Spurs ranked at 10? Because we're not sure Popovich would give many minutes to his younger players. However, among the three that we've mentioned, Branham stands out. Sohan was more defensive, and Wesley wasn't exactly efficient in college. Branham might just be ahead of those two in the pecking order, averaging 13.7 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 2 assists in his only year in Ohio. Branham also shot efficiently for a freshman. The number 20 pick is one to keep an eye out for. Then at number 9, Mark Williams, Charlotte Hornets. Truly a 5-star prospect, Mark Williams will be one of the most special rookies this year. His potential was put on display at Duke, and the center was extremely good value for his 11.2 points, 7.4 rebounds, and very impressive 2.8 blocks per game. You don't win the ACC Defensive Player of the Year over nothing. Standing tall at 7 feet, the big man genuinely has a chance of being a starter for the Hornets in his rookie year. Mason Plumlee, a fellow Blue Devil, is the current starter, but the veteran had a terrible season in the NBA last year, and that's why Williams' two-way abilities could help him steal that berth. He might be the key to helping LaMelo Ball's offense, so it wouldn't surprise us if Williams made that spot his own from the beginning. He's simply too big to fail, and he's going to come good, hopefully sooner rather than later. Moving on at number 8, Jalen Williams, Oklahoma City Thunder. Rebuilding modes usually mean rookies get a chance to thrive, so Jalen Williams could be a fantastic pick for your side. Williams will be getting some valuable minutes early in his NBA career, similar to the way Josh Giddey and Luguentz Dort did in recent years. The number 12 pick from this year could immediately become backup, and he'll provide that extra scoring punch whenever he's on the court. Statistically, the arguments are in his favor because he scored 18 points and averaged 4 rebounds and 4 assists a night at Santa Clara. That's very impressive. His shooting was better at 51.3% from the field, nearly 40% from the three-point line, and over 80% from the free throw line. With England in the coaching unit, those numbers will improve too. A great pick to consider, especially with Giddey's shooting woes. After that, at number 7, Johnny Davis, Washington Wizards. The number 10 pick from this year's draft, Johnny Davis was also a consensus first-team All-American in 2022. Suffice it to say, there are a lot of expectations from Davis this season. After winning multiple awards for his sophomore campaign, which included the prestigious Lute Olson Award, Davis has all the necessary credentials to become a hit in the NBA. Compared to the other names on this list, Davis will have to battle for his minutes, but he's got a fantastic chance of winning that battle because of his numbers. He averaged nearly 20 points per game in his final year at Wisconsin, with over 8 rebounds and 2 assists a night. He got more than a steal per game, and he's not afraid to shoot either. Even if you decide not to pick him for your fantasy side, he's one to watch because he will be great in future years. Up next at number 6, Tari Eason, Houston Rockets. Even though he was selected at number 17, Tari Eason has impressed everyone during the preseason after having a glorious summer campaign in the Las Vegas Summer League. Eason averaged over 17 points and shot at 44.7% from the field. He contributed with 1.8 steals and a block per game, which is why he should find himself in a good position to be a starter in the upcoming campaign. Eason also made it to the All-NBA Summer League first team, and all this comes after a great year at LSU. He's got the potential to be one of the best defensive rookies, and with the Rockets' rebuild underway, we expect him to get many minutes right away. Entering the top 5, Benedict Mathurin, Indiana Pacers. One prospect sure to start is Benedict Mathurin, the number 6 pick by the Pacers. If the Pacers trade Buddy Hield, then Mathurin will be an even more sure shot to be a starter, and he will be insane alongside Tyrese Halliburton whenever the duo plays together. He was averaging 17.7 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 2.5 assists in his final year at Arizona, and he's only going to get better in his rookie campaign, provided he can stay fit. The Canadian Canadian won many honors, including the Pac-12 Player of the Year, and hopes to bring that form to the NBA. The Pacers will probably struggle throughout the season, but you don't have to, so pick Maturin. At number 4, Jaden Ivey, Detroit Pistons. It was a surprise when Ivey fell to number 5 in the draft. The Pistons aren't complaining though, because they got super lucky with that pick, and they've got that backcourt partnership on lock with Ivey and Cunningham, starting there for years to come. He was a sensation in his final year at Purdue, and we expect him to be a starter for his new team in the NBA. Ivey's talent has never been in doubt, and he's considered a massive prospect who could easily win the Rookie of the Year award too if he can stay fit. 17.3 points, nearly 5 rebounds, and over 3 assists are incredible numbers. We think he should be on your team. It's down to you, but if you like winning, there's no reason to overlook someone like Ivey. The Pistons got lucky. Make sure your rivals don't get that chance. Into the top 3, Keegan Murray, Sacramento Kings. Selected as the number 4 pick by the Kings, Keegan Murray and the Sacramento franchise were heavily criticized for this move. However, since then, he's shut his haters up with a superb campaign in the NBA Summer League, for which he won the MVP after putting up 23.3 points, 7.3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.3 steals per game. While the Kings have some impressive veterans in Sabonis and Barnes, we expect Murray to start alongside them and take the league by storm because he's a fabulous talent with great potential. As a sophomore at Iowa, Murray averaged 23.5 points, 8.7 rebounds, 1.5 assists with nearly 2 blocks and more than a steal per game. It seems he's brought those numbers to the big leagues and will hope to replicate that throughout the regular season. It should be high on your list because he'll be getting those minutes for sure. Making it to the top 2, Jabari Smith Jr., Houston Rockets. Many believe Jabari Smith Jr. would be the number 1 pick, but he ended up being the 3rd pick after Paolo Banchero stole the number 1 spot. However, with Chet Holmgren set to miss the season, we've got to add Jabari at the number 2 spot. He had a little bit of a tough summer, but he's still an outrageously wonderful talent. There are still some areas he needs to improve, but he can still contribute to the Rockets this season. At Auburn, the teenager averaged 16.9 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. If you don't get Banchero, Jabari should be your best option. Finally, at number 1, Paolo Banchero, Orlando Magic. The number 1 pick in the draft should also be your number 1 pick. He's easily the favorite to win the Rookie of the Year award, especially with the injury to Holmgren, and he'll be starting games too as one of the main offensive options for Orlando. The power forward will contribute to many points and wins for the Magic, and he deserves his spot at number 1 for this year's fantasy basketball rookies. That's a wrap for this video. Do you agree with our rookie picks for fantasy basketball? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.